Nathaniel Imperial of Rome, in Rome, and Consul General Herminia Aguilar Usudan in Hong Kong. From the Securities and Exchange Commission, we have Attorney J.M. Cruz. From the Department of Information and Communications Technology, we have Attorney Ryan Tamayo. From the Department of Justice, we have Attorney Nancy Lozano. From the National Bureau of Investigation, we have Attorney Dennis Victor Asistio. From the Bangko Sentral of the Filipinas, headed by Attorney Cherina de Vera Yap. From the Commission on Higher Education, we have Maria Cleopatra Makatangay. From the Bureau of Immigration, we have Attorney Vicente Uncad. From PAGCOR, we have the Assistant Vice President, Attorney Arnold Ferdinand Salvosa. From the private entities, we have from the Daily Tribune and Diario Tirada, the Executive Vice President Maria Bettina Fernandez, Mr. Alan Hernandez, and Attorney Ferdinand Topacio. From the Philippine Association of Service Exporters, we also have Ms. Raquel Bracero. From the International Organization for Migration, we have Ms. Maureen de la Cruz and Yuko Tomita. From the BLAS F Ople Policy Training, we have here Ms. Estelle Ople Osorio. Sir, we also have here some of the complainants. For the first agenda, we have Ms. Nicole, Ms. Camille, and Ms. Leia, and online, Mr. Jefferson. And for the second agenda, we have Ms. Hilda Balmes Alohada, a former employee of Alpha Assistenza. And for the other complainants include also Ms. Apple Cabasis, Vanessa Antonio, Royland Olan Magbayaw, Maria Socorro Velasquez, and online, Ms. Evelyn Amurin. And for the third agenda, online, we have Ms. Roxanne Toledo, and Ms. Prisa Nina Mabatid of PCVC is also online, sir. Other complainants for the third agenda, we also have Mr. Marlon, Mr. Adolfo, with Migrante spokesperson, Ms. Victoria Cabantac. That will be all for them. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon to the members of this committee and dear colleagues present here today. To all resource persons and guests, magandang hapon po. Before we start this committee hearing, isang magandang balitang nakarating sa akin kagabi mula sa Department of Migrant Workers or DMW. Finally, sinimulan na ang payout para sa ating mga OFWs na dating trabaho sa Saudi. Matagalang hinihintay ng mahigit 10,000 nating mga kababayan ng settlement ng kanilang wage at insurance claims mula nung sila nawala ng trabaho noong 2015 at 2016 dahil sa bankruptcy ng mga construction firms na kanilang pinagtrabahuan. Laging pasalamat ko po sa ating Pangulo, President Bongbong Marcos, for making this one of his top priorities and for actively and valiantly conducting dialogues with the Crown Prince of Saudi to ensure that this payout will be realized. As we speak, a total of 843 received checks that have been cleared via Land Bank and Overseas Filipino Bank. Ito po ay mula sa mga na-release na Alinma Bank indemnity checks na 1,104 at may halagang 868,749,544 pesos duly credited sa ating mga former OFWs from Saudi. Maraming salamat and congratulations din sa DMW sa pamumuno ni OIC Hans Kakda for finally making this happen together with our President. Maraming salamat po for making our OFWs your top priority. Having said that, sana lahat ng balita tungkol sa ating mga OFWs ay maganda at masaya. Sadly, we are again gathered in today's hearing to discuss issues of alarming scams victimizing our OFWs, including their families who are still intending to leave the country to look for greener pastures abroad. Pag-uusapan naman natin ang talamak na panloloko sa ating mga kababayan na nagnanais magtrabaho sa ibang bansa at sa mga kasalukuyang OFWs na nagbubuwis-buhay para lamang makaipon, ngunit nauubos ang pera dahil sa mga scammers at illegal recruiters. Despite the institution of DMW, in collaboration with the DFA, DOF, NBI, and other government agencies, despite the provisions of illegal recruitment for Republic Act 8042 as amended by RA 10022 or Migrant Workers and Overseas Filipinos Act, and our penal laws on syndicated estafa, illegal recruitment, cybercrime laws, and laws on human trafficking, bakit madami pa rin nakakalusot at nakapangloko sa ating mga OFWs? Dito sa unang pag-uusap nating investment scam, bilyon-bilyong pisong nalilikom ng mga scammers para ilagay sa mga junket operations ng casino at ikinukubli sa isang kontratang tinawag na contract loan. Kasama sa mga binibiktima ay mga OFWs na alam nating hard-earned money ang kanilang isinusugal. What kind of protections can we expect from our government agencies to shield our so-called modern-day heroes from all these deception and fraudulent machinations? Halos araw-araw nakikita natin ang ganitong scams online. In fact, binabaha ang Facebook ng mga pictures ng mga instant millionaires. May hawak na limpak na salapi o dili kay may larawan ng bagong sports car or mansyon. Ang bilis nilang napapaniwala ang mga biktima at tatangayin ang kanilang pera sa bandang huli. Mapunta naman tayo sa Italy. The massive scam which victimized almost 400 individuals is equally disturbing. The complainants allege that they have been lured into believing that there is available work in Milan, Italy, just paying 2,000 to 3,000 euros only to find out that their documents were forged and their work permits are fake. Worse, up to now, wala pang resulta ang mga cases na na-file against the perpetrators. Finally, the Canada scam. Pinapangako makapagtrabaho sa Canada basta't magbayad ng 100,000 pesos upfront with the added promise that processing is within 3 months, only to find out na student visa lang pala makukuha at marami pang added fees na hindi pinapaalam. Hanggang ngayon, ni isa sa kanila wala man lang nabigyan ng refund. These illegal activities should end here. We have to protect our kababayans from these predators. Enough is enough. Para tayong silang plaka na ulit-ulit na pagdinig sa mga scams. Kung kailangan amendahan ang ating illegal recruitment laws at taasan ng penalties, then we should do that. If additional safeguards and monitoring measures be adopted, then we should adopt them. All these fraudulent activities must be aborted. At magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Now, my colleague, Senator Risa Ontiveros, do you have an opening statement, ma'am?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Go ahead po.
Salamat po. So magandang hapon po sa ating Chair, Senator Raffy Tulfo, at sa lahat ng nandito ngayong hapon. Gusto ko pong magpasalamat kay Chair Raffy sa pagbubukas sa usaping ito dito sa komite. Hindi lang para mapunan ang pagkukulang sa ating mga batas at polisiya, kundi matulungan ang mga kababayan nating naging biktima ng mga scam na ito. Ako po'y naghahay ng resolusyon together with Sen. Raffy upang bigyang tulong na marinig ang kanilang reklamo. Kasama natin ang ilan sa grupo ng Alpha 400. Masaya ako sa desisyon nilang maghain ng formal na kaso para makamit sa lalong mabilis na paraan ang hustisya. Masakit pong umasa sa wala. At lalong masakit na ang perang pinaghirapang kitain o ipinangutang pa nga para sana mag-apply at makapagtrabaho sa ibang bansa ay mawala na lang na parang bula. Ganyan po ang nangyari sa mga nabiktima nitong consultancy firm na Alpha Assistenza SRL. Pinangakuan sila ng work permit visa ng pagkakataong makapaghanap buhay sa Italia, pero mukhang pinagkakitaan at sinamantala lang ang kanilang pangarap na magkaroon ng magandang buhay. Hindi po ito ang unang pagkakataon na narinig natin ang ganitong klaseng kwento. Sa aming komite sa Women, Children, Family Relations and Gender Equality, ilang beses na ring naging highlight ang human trafficking at illegal recruitment sa mga pagdinig. At kung titignan, pare-pareho ang diskarte ng mga manlolokong ito. Ginugoyo ang mga biktima na may lehitimong umanong trabaho, pero malalamang di pala ito totoo. Itigil na natin ang mga ganitong pang-aabuso sa mga kapwa nating Pilipino. Though we do not encourage sending our kababayan to work abroad, we should protect their well-being and aspirations in life. Kahirapan at kawalan ng magandang oportunidad ang nagtutulak sa kanila para makipagsapalaran sa ibang bansa. Karamihan sa kanila ay nangutang at nagbenta ng mga ari-arian para makalipad. Kaya't wag nating hayaan na lalo silang maghirap at mawala ng pag-asa dahil sa mga scam na gaya nito. While our concerned government agencies are going after these illegal recruiters, the mere filing of charges falls short. The fight against illegal recruitment should be intensified to bring these perpetrators to justice. We support and encourage bilateral labor agreements with receiving countries, as well as international labor standards and agreements on labor and migration. Marami pa tayong dapat trabahuin para sa kapakanan at proteksyon ng mga OFWs. But one thing is for sure, we must put an end to illegal recruitment. As the chairman said, to ensure that no Filipino is ever again victimized, no one's hard-earned money is wasted, and no one's aspirations are stolen. Marami pong salamat, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Madam Senator. Senator Risa Ontiveros, thank you for that statement, opening statement. Now, before we proceed with our discussion, may I request the committee secretary to administer the oath for all the witnesses and resource persons testifying today's hearing?
May I request everyone to please stand up, including those online, and raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this committee hearing? Thank you.
Saan yung listahan ng resource person? Oh, okay. We will find, okay, thank you, Madam Secretary. We will first tackle the investment scam relating to junket operations, which was brought to our attention last October 2023, when several of the complainants came to my radio program. This involved several Filipinos from in and outside of Manila, as well as OFWs and their families. Thus, it is imperative to include this matter in our continued discussions of the pending final financial literacy bills. Some of the complainants are physically present here today, and we will allow to listen to their testimony. Then we will ask our government officials and other agencies concerned for their response. Okay, now let's start with the first witness, the victim, without mentioning the name. Engineer, are you here? Nicole?
So good afternoon po, Mr. Chair and Senator Risa. Good afternoon po.
Also, I did mention her name anyway, so I'm not going to mention your last name.
Yes.
Yun na lang siguro.
Yes, Senator. Okay.
Sige, Engineer, ma'am, go ahead.
So ibabahagi lang po namin kung ano po yung nangyari sa amin. Sa Baguio po kami, Senator, to recall lang po. Bale, we were invited by someone we personally kakilala sa Baguio po. Bale, in-offer po sa amin itong junket operations nga po, which is inside the casino or gaming industry. So ito po is, inalok po kami na mag-invest for a minimum of 100,000 pesos that will earn 5% interest per month. Or, meron din po kaming option na compounding, which earns 111.57% naman po per annum. Bali, ang security po namin dito is, bibigyan po kami ng post-dated checks na nakalagay po dun yung capital namin, and then bibigyan po kami ng contract of loan. Pagka nag-invest din naman po kayo ng 1 million and above, meron po silang ipapromise sa inyo, Senator, na tour sa operations, which is luckily we have witnessed. So mas naniwala po kami nung nakita po namin itong operations na to. And we were also actually presented an ID of the operator po na sinasabi po nila, which is si Mr. Hector Pantoliana. So yun, nakita naman po namin, first of all, nabigyan po kami ng assurance, nabigyan po kami ng payouts for more than a year naman po, nag-payout po kami. Pero comes po this July of 2023, bigla na po siyang na-cut short. So we asked why, kung bakit na-cut short, and sabi lang po nila sa amin is nag-i-struggle lang daw po yung business. So since medyo alanganin na po siya, we opted po to pull out yung mga investments namin. So we write po a letter, formal letter po to the operator. We also actually advised our head account managers, which is sila Micaela T, sila Mr. Hazen Humilde, yung mga pillars po sa Baguio. So we opted po to pull out our investments. Niletter po namin personally, binaba po namin ito. Unfortunately, hindi po namin nakita si operator. So we contacted na lang po, or we tried reaching out na lang po dun sa legal counsel po ni Mr. Pantoliana, which is si attorney Ronaldo Renta. So sa kanya po namin sinubmit yung letter of intent po namin na magpupull out po kami ng investment. But before we met him, actually hinanap po mismo namin sa COD yung sabi po nila sa amin na junket rooms po nila na existent doon. According po to Mr. Hubert Pantoliana, na existent po dun sa lower ground ng City of Dreams, which is malaking area daw po ito, is a vast section na allocated daw po for Horizon Players Club. So nung pumunta po kami doon, hinanap po mismo namin itong junket na to, since malaki nga po siya according to Mr. Hubert Pantoliana. We expected na alam ng mga staff doon. So nagtanong po kami sa tatlong staff actually yung pinagtanungan po namin, and they did not know. And ang sabi po nila sa amin is wala pong Continental VIP Club doon, which is yung name daw po ng junket. So when we learned that, syempre, naisip po namin na wala palang operations. So after that, sinubmit po namin yung letter kay Mr. Ronaldo Renta. But after that, since we felt deceived, nag-send na po kami ng demand letter kay Mr. Hector Pantoliana. Fortunately naman po, nag-reply po siya sa amin once. Nasabi po niya, sige, aasikasuhin ko yan, i-prepare nyo lang yung proof of accounts ninyo na meron kayong investment sa akin. So we've prepared all the contracts, dala po namin siya today. Then, sinendin po namin siya through online sa messenger po ni Mr. Hector Pantoliana, since doon po niya kami ni-reach out. And unfortunately, after that, parang nileft hanging niya po kami. Wala na, totally. So yun po, wala na po kaming natanggap na message sa kanila or anything. So of course, having invested a large amount of money
Okay,
po
ma'am.
actually.
Can you please finish your statement? Kasi marami pa tayong mga resource person. 3 o'clock, magkakaroon kami ng...
Yes po, Senator.
Okay ka na doon?
Yes po, Senator.
Okay. Before we proceed, I would like to acknowledge the presence of Senator J.B. Ercito. Thank you for coming.